So many people are afraid of the kitchen. Don't be. Get in there and cook. A lot of what inspires me is my Mima. She would go in the kitchen and prepare meals which could feed an army, her army. And a lot of what she knew came from the amazing parents that raised her. Southern cuisine not only soothes my palate, but flows through my blood. From Mima, Papa, and Granny. Collards, neck bones, peach cobbler, grits and sausage for breakfast. All the things from my childhood, etched in my memory forever. It's my turn now to take the recipes I love and make some of them for the first time on camera. This is where Southern meets City, and I am Alexander Love. Hello everyone, it's Alexander Love. Back at you with another motherfucking YouTube video. This is where Southern meets City, and today we're gonna make a chicken cheddar broccoli soup, okay? My mom always gets on me about eating my vegetables, and she already knows that one of the vegetables I used to eat growing up was broccoli, but I would always have to have my cheese on my broccoli, butter and cheese. But today I wanted to try something that looks very simple and see how it turns out. We're gonna make cheddar broccoli soup today, but we're not gonna just do cheddar broccoli. We're gonna do chicken cheddar broccoli. I'm putting chicken in mine. I'm putting some motherfucking boiled motherfucking chicken thighs in mine because I'm a fat bitch and a bitch loves to eat meat, okay? This whole thing that I found on Insta, Facebook, Gram, whatever the fuck, I found it on one of those reels on Facebook, and somebody was making it, but they use like chicken stock, and they use a couple different ingredients in there. So I'm just gonna tweak it a little bit, and we gonna make it and see how it turn out. And y'all already know I'm gonna go ahead and make my little sweet Jiffy cornbread. You know what I do, my sweet Jiffy cornbread with my sugar added into it, a little bit of cinnamon, so I like it a little sweet. You're gonna need some frozen broccoli, you're gonna need some salt, some Italian seasoning, some pepper. I have some Parmesan cheese. This Parmesan cheese was expensive as fuck. It was like $5, but it's really good Parmesan cheese. We have some cheddar cheese that I have to shred. We have some Philadelphia cream cheese that I'm gonna put in my mixture for my soup. And then we have some heavy whipping cream. Oh, one thing I did forget, I have my chicken thighs sitting in the refrigerator. I'm about to go ahead and wash those before I record, but I'm gonna go ahead and get those washed. I paid, about $13 for this. Just go ahead and get these ingredients. Let's get in the kitchen, okay? I'm not about to keep boring y'all with my rambling because a bitch got the gift of gab. So let's get in the kitchen. Come on. Love. I went ahead off camera and washed my chicken. I just rinsed my chicken off in some warm water. I really did. I rinsed it as good as I could and just kind of rubbed it around with some gloves on my hands so I don't get no chicken juice on my hands. But I know some people do it with the vinegar or lemon peels and stuff, and they kind of scrub the chicken, especially if you're making like chicken wings or something. But I just wanted to go ahead and rinse it all off and just try to get it as clean as I could. And I went ahead and sprayed my sink out with some bleach and rinsed that back out so I don't get any raw chicken juice anywhere and get anybody sick. I don't want that. We're going to go ahead and turn our stove on, I say medium high. All right, I got some tongs. I got some tongs right here. I'm going to go ahead and just use these tongs. Take my chicken that I washed and drop it in that pot as I fill it up with water. You don't want the chicken to be swimming in the water. You want it to just cover the top of the chicken. So you put all your chicken in the pot and just fill it with water until the water covers the chicken all the way, over the top. It was like, I think it was like 14 chicken thighs, and I used chicken thighs because they say chicken thighs are juicier. It's juicier. So you want to use the chicken thigh because that got more flavor to it, and it's gonna make that chicken broccoli cheddar soup so good. I'm gonna take my pot and I'm gonna sit my pot on the stove. I got my Parmesan cheese already shredded, so we're gonna go ahead and use that, put that in that mix later. But I'm gonna go ahead and shred probably this block of cheese, more than likely half of the second block of cheese, okay? Now with these measurements, guys, I'm kind of just gonna eyeball and just kind of go with my gut because the measurements that I saw for this recipe were like 4 cups of broth, 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, like 4 cups of broccoli, and some seasonings. But I'm putting chicken in it. I'm doing more than that amount. So I'm going to be doing like, a lot more cheese. I'm doing more broccoli, more cream. I'm going to use all the broth that comes off that chicken. But I'm just going to pretty much like doubling the recipe. And I'm adding chicken. And once we get all this cheese grated, we're going to just go ahead and wait for our chicken to boil all the way. When she had her broccoli, she got this broccoli all in it. She only had this part of the broccoli in hers. This back part. I don't want to just have that part. She didn't put the afros in it. She just had the skin, the body part of the broccoli. She didn't have, the actual hair part. But it's a chicken cheddar broccoli soup. So broccoli is broccoli, and every part of the broccoli is accepted. Every part of the broccoli is welcome. All broccoli parts matter, okay? I'm gonna kind of just chop it up into just a little bit smaller of pieces so it's not too chunky, and it also will break down when I put it in my actual soup mixture. This is a 3-pound bag of broccoli, just broccoli that I got from Walmart. That chicken back there is screaming. So cut them long ways, and then cut them that way. So just so it's like, you know, you can taste the broccoli in every bite that you got in the soup, but it's not overwhelming. Like, you don't get a big piece of broccoli. So just kind of chop them up just a little bit. Now here in a second, once that chicken's all the way cooked, we're going to go ahead and pull that chicken out of that water. And what will be left is our chicken stock, our chicken broth. And with that chicken broth, we're going to build our sauce, our cream sauce for our soup. I saw this inspired shirt at Walmart. Guess how much I paid for it? I paid $5 for this motherfucking shirt. And then I found these cute little shorts. Look, can y'all see? Look, 360. Found these cute shorts. Guess how much they was? $7.50. And these are small, but they only, and I like them tight, but they're a small in men, so they fit exactly how I like them to fit. I thought they was gonna be too small because the bitch getting heavy set, but they fit perfect. But I paid $12 for this outfit. I said, bitch, I like that. I'm gonna have to get that. Besides that, how are y'all doing? How was work? Are you guys working towards your dreams, goals, and aspirations, huh? Are you guys happy in your relationships, huh? There's something you want to do in life that you haven't done yet? Do it. All right, so we got this broccoli going over here in this bowl. Yeah, y'all, I saw this recipe and I said, I need some meat. I got my bowl of broccoli, my frozen broccoli that I just chopped up and made a little bit smaller, just a little bit smaller. And you don't have to put the afros in, but I'm putting the afros in because it's a broccoli cheddar soup. And then we have our 1.5 pounds of cheddar cheese right here, freshly shredded. Now our chicken back there is starting to smell good. Now I did not season that chicken. Only because I'm about to season the broth and do all that. And then I'm going to season it again at the end if it needs to be seasoned. So we're not going to season it yet. When the chicken starts to kind of fall apart, which it's starting. Y'all can't see that. It's not there, but it's almost there. You see how it kind of fell apart? It's getting close. Mom, come over here and look at my pot. Come here. It just needs to cook a little bit longer to make sure it's all the way done. But it's coming together. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and pull our chicken out. It's falling off the thing, falling apart. We're going to pull our chicken out, put it in a bowl off to the side. I don't like when stuff splash. I'm like my brother. That shit be getting to me. If you putting chicken in your cheddar broccoli soup, then it's best if you just boil it like this because that broth is fresh. It comes right off the chicken. I mean, but once you learn how to make it this way, you can make it many different ways. You can use the broth, you know, cartons. You can do that. You can do rotisserie chicken. I'm trying to be as fresh and straight to it as I can be. So from here, you have that broth, and her recipe was like, I think, a cup of heavy cream, but I'm gonna go ahead and use all of this because this is a little bit over 2 cups. So we're gonna pour that in there like that. Another thing that she put in hers that I do want to put in mine is a stick, maybe a stick and a half, maybe even 2 sticks, I don't know, Philadelphia cream cheese. That's just to help it give you a more creamier texture. And I did wash my hands, don't worry. I'm gonna go ahead and break it up with my hands. See how soft that is, just so it can melt easier in that mixture. And I got my heat on a low heat right now while I'm adding everything. It's starting to smell really good, y'all. It's nothing like that fresh broth. You can make your own broth easy. Just boil some chicken. And like I said earlier, those is motherfucking chicken thighs because everybody likes some thighs. Everybody like them thick ass, juicy ass, thick ass, fat ass, juicy ass, brown skin thighs. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this heat back up, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna let that start to kind of bubble and start to simmer a little bit, and then pretty soon we're gonna, oh, that's hot as fuck. That's hot as fuck. I just burned my hand on that. That's hot. Pretty soon what we're gonna do, I'm gonna use this to move it. Pretty soon what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and add our seasoning, so our Italian seasoning, our salt, our pepper, and then we're gonna start adding all of the other things like our chicken, our broccoli, and our cheddar cheese. Season to liking. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit it, I'm gonna eyeball it, but I'm gonna hit it with about 1, 2, 3 tablespoons right there. I just eyeballed that. It ain't gonna be too much. And that's Italian seasoning. So I'm putting some Italian seasoning in there to give it a little bit of flavor. And we're gonna mix that in. Some Italian seasoning went up in that motherfucker. I'm gonna go ahead and make this the biggest ground. And we're gonna put some pepper in there. Fresh ground pepper. That's gonna be about, I say, probably about 3 tablespoons. I'm eyeballing, guys, because this is a bigger pot and I'm making more than what the recipe called for. And then we got some of that kosher salt that Matt always told me is the best to get, with the little white girl on the front. Y'all see her. And we're going to throw a little bit of that in there. Probably about 2 tablespoons. You don't want to over season because you can always go back and season at the end if it's not seasoned enough. I'm actually going to go ahead and put the rest or a whole nother cube in. Now her recipe, I think I'm doubling the recipe. This is definitely double compared to what she made. And I'm going to mix it, and then we're going to go ahead and add our broccoli. I'm just going to drop them in there with my hand. Oh shit, that's hot. So that broccoli can start to cook. Okay, so we got the broccoli in there. We'll go ahead and mix that. We're going to place a lid on this, and we're going to put this on a medium-high heat. I'm going to let this cook for about probably, let's let it cook for about 10 minutes. You guys can see it's starting to bubble and boil, so all that cream cheese is melted. It smells so good. It smells really, really good. Okay, so for the recipe, I think she put like in a cup of Parmesan cheese. This is about, I think, 2 cups of Parmesan cheese. So I'm going to go ahead and just add a little bit. I'm going to add it to my liking. How about that? I hate when I can't get shit like this open. It's childproof. There we go. You know what? I don't got time for this. There we go. Okay. Yep. Probably about half. A little bit more. Put about half that container of Parmesan in there. I'm putting all this in there. 1.5 pounds. And we're going to go ahead and turn our heat down to a low temperature just so it's not burning anything. See that? Yeah, you want to mix that. See how cheesy that's going to be? Yeah, that's a good soup. So we're going to go ahead and turn that heat down. Start to mix all of our cheeses in. Now we're going to add our shredded chicken. Just like that. Put all that chicken back in there. It's nice and cooked. Okay, so now we got our shredded chicken in there. Alright, it's not looking too bad now, is it? All of our shredded chicken, our cheese is in there. Guys. It smells so good. That should slap. Guys, it's the chicken, the broccoli, everything, the cheese, just a little bit more salt, a little bit more pepper. This is what I say, do your seasoning last like that after you taste it so you don't add too much. But you want it to be seasoned. Alright, we're going to give that a nice little mix. Keep it on a medium-low heat. So we're going to leave a little bit on top just so it can kind of melt in there. My only problem is I don't have a cast iron skillet. I got to start making my cornbread in a cast iron skillet. Anyway, we're about to do a taste test here in a second, okay? Stay tuned. It's time to taste this, okay? We're going to wrap this video up. We're going to taste this and see how it is. It's really good. And the recipe that I found, she didn't put chicken in it, but I was like, fuck that. Bitch, you eat chicken with broccoli, so that's what I wanted to do. But it's really good though. You can taste the Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, all the cheese. Now one thing about this soup is it really is soupy. And if you wanted to make it thicker, you could go ahead and put a roux in it. Like the flour and butter mixture, and it'll thicken it up. I mean, if you wanted to do that, you can, but it's good either way. Tear it up. Drop that in there like that. Yeah, kind of drenched up. Let her soak up that juice. And take that in. That's good. This is the way you eat broccoli. Alright guys, that is a chicken cheddar broccoli episode with the little cornbread. Y'all know my sweet jiffy cornbread. I want you guys to go ahead. You already know what I'm about to say. I want you to make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. And stay tuned for whatever other videos that I have in the near future, which are plenty and many. Some of them recorded, some of them have not been recorded yet. And I really want you guys to try this recipe. I love it. Alright, well, TTYL. Bye. That's bad.